And welcome to this episode of the 3 cheapest chateaus per region. As always, I've gone through the websites over the internet and found what seemed to be the 3 cheapest chateau type properties on the market in this July 2024. Today we're going to be looking at the actual Nouvelle Aquitaine, and in fact, because it's a Nouvelle Aquitaine, which is a lot bigger than any other region, I'm actually going for 4 chateaus on this one, just because I couldn't choose between the last 2. But anyhow, when I say chateau type properties, obviously we're looking at the bottom end of the budget, so I can't necessarily guarantee that these chateaus will be officially chateaus. They look like the chateaus, and they probably are, but sometimes there might be a glorified manor or a glorified demeure, and sometimes even estate agents actually overrate them, let's say, to make them sell better.
What he'd done was sneaky, rotten, and low.
As I said, this time we're looking in the Nouvelle Aquitaine, which is a very popular area for a lot of foreign buyers. It is very much what a lot of us think of as France. Basically, you've got the Dordogne region, you've got the actual Les Landes with the surfing beaches down there. You've got Biarritz, Corrèze, Haute-Vienne, Charente. Most of the actual areas which come out in the popular areas of France are down in Nouvelle Aquitaine. So let's have a look at this. On the chateaus, or the chateau type properties, starting at the most expensive of the 4 and working down. So here we go. This is the first of the 4 chateaus I'm going to show you, close to Confolens. Confolens up towards the Charente limit. You can see here where the red dot is. Basically there's Limoges, there's Poitiers, Bordeaux, La Rochelle, and Paris up the top here. This chateau is quite an unusual style, if you ask me. Yeah, it's very much a chateau, but it's not a very common style we find in France. It's very square, almost Tudor-looking style. But I quite like it because it's different. I don't like it because it's a bit too square, but I love it because it's not the same as the others. So by being square is different. I don't know. Anyhow. Let's have a look at this. So, like I said, near Confolens, €836,000, 600 metres square, which is about 6,300 square feet. 16 rooms, of which 9 are bedrooms. And let's have a look here and see if they mention the land size. Well, you got broadband there, which is a good thing to know. Yeah, so you got 1.25 hectares, which is a good 3 acres, let's say. Let's have a look at the actual property. So this is a photo we've seen to start with. There you go, there's another view of it a bit further afield. Flat roof. I'm never too sure about flat roofs myself. On modern houses it make me worry very much. On chateaus I'm more open to opinion due to the fact they've been there for quite a while normally. You've got some outbuildings here. General countryside in that view there looks fairly open. Looks like there's some sort of lake or something like that down here. That'll be another view of the chateau, another view of the gardens. Entrance hall with the actual checkerboard tiles, quite common. Flowing through, that'll be the entrance hall. There's a room here. They put the bedrooms on the ground floor for some reason, I don't know. Unless they actually have a checker floor on the first floor, maybe. Decent sized lounge. All looking very clean and tidy to start with. And not that many photos. We've got 10 photos. All very clean and tidy. Almost a family size chateau. It's not one of these sprawling chateaus which go on for rooms and rooms and rooms. This one you actually imagine actually having your family and friends over and fill the chateau fairly quickly. And situation wise, like I said, it's situated near Confolens. Confolens is a nice little town, well known for its annual jazz festival. You actually have Limoges here. Limoges International Airport is handy. And let's zoom in a bit here. So you see there's the actual town of Confolens itself on, I think it's like the Vienne River. Can't remember now. Yes, the Vienne River. And the actual chateau is just up here. So if we actually have a look at this and zoom in on satellite, So I'm guessing, like, yeah, the closest place would be Confolens for your shopping, that sort of thing. I imagine it's like a 10-minute drive. And looking here is the chateau. You can just make out the crenellations on the roof there. Outbuildings. Like I said, how much land did it say? I can't remember now. 1.2 on it, 6 acres. So I'm guessing that'll be that line there. Possibly this bit as well with it. So, reasonable size. In the countryside, no direct neighbours, no factories, no intensive farm units. Close to a reasonable sized town where you have all your necessary shops, etc. Close to the Vienne River. Close to the Marshall International Airport. Sounds like quite a good property to me. 836,000. Like I said, this is the most expensive of the three, but at the same time, it's the three cheapest chateaus in the region. Four cheapest chateaus in the region. The Nouvelle Aquitaine region has a lot of chateaus. So, certainly an interesting buy for me. What do you think? On to the next one. Here we have a chateau down towards Salies-de-Bearn, which I'll show you here. Salies-de-Bearn, if I remember properly, is right down south. Yeah, here you go. Here's France, as always. Red dot being the chateau. You're right down towards Bayonne and Biarritz, Bayonne. There's Pau, Mont-de-Marsan, so in that sort of triangle there. It's right down south, hot weather, almost into the Pyrenees. And let's have a look at the actual chateau itself. So this is very much what a lot of people tend to think of as actual chateau. All looks very clean and tidy. On an asking price of €790,000, 8 bedrooms. Let's see what else we've got here. 520 metres square of livable space over 4 levels. 520 metres square is about 5,500 square feet. Lots of details in there. Not a lot of details about the house though. Just there's a lot of details in the house, but don't tell you what they are. Good height ceilings, large pool, tennis court, and centennial trees, arbs. Centennial arbs. They've got centennial trees there. Yeah, I can't see any mention of the size of the land, but once again, this is Mercure, top-end agency. Don't worry about the size of the land, you don't need to know that. It's got a garden, keep you happy. So let's have a look at the photos. That looks clean and tidy outside. It doesn't look like a massive chateau, very much a family-sized chateau, if we can say that about chateaus. Nice entrance hall there. Without the front door or the back door? Seems, if it's a front door, that would seem weird. If it's a back door, it's a nice feature. Looking here, looking at these windows, looking at the size of the panes, etc. I imagine we're in single glazed, admittedly we're down south, hotter temperatures, but we are close to the Pyrenees and it can get a bit cold in winter. The radiators here, I'm not sure if they're electric or recent central heating ones, hard to say. Got a marble fireplace. The floors will look good. I've actually seen the detail in the floor there, it's actually dark. It's banded floors with actual angled cuts here. That's an interesting floor. Don't think I've seen one like that for a long time. There's your landing for you on the first floor. One of the bedrooms. I'm hoping that this bit at the back isn't the actual ensuite bathroom. I've seen it in a few houses. It's just like it's an excuse for an ensuite bathroom. You're hiding behind a cupboard, basically. Well, who knows? Looking at the fixtures here, yes, this is probably a single glaze. You can see the old locking system here. There's not many people actually supply double glazed with that locking system anymore. There's the pool for you. What did it say about the pool? It's a glorious pool or something. I'll look at it later. But it's not a particularly big pool, but how big do you want your pool? Nice outlook. Another view from the side there. Another view from the other side. No. Imagine that's the old entrance. And there you go. So not a great deal to go on, as always, with these agencies. All looks clean and tidy. Admittedly, if you're actually looking at this from America, or possibly even from England, and it's of interest, is it worth a trip over for several thousands of euros to come over to see a property to see that it isn't as you suit? What you can do though is actually get someone like me who can actually go down and see the chateau for you and report back with a whole series of photos, videos, floor plans, you name it. If you would be interested in that, it's not as expensive as you think. So check out the video on the screen at the top there, explaining how I work. But certainly, very clean and tidy this one. Me personally, I wouldn't go that far south, just for personal reasons. And but certainly a nice looking place, decent size, reasonable price. Like I said, we're at I don't actually give the price. I'm actually, let's do 790,000. So decent price compared to this one here, 836. All of a sudden, this one looks a bit expensive. Then here, onto the third one on the list, there is a fourth one waiting for you, and already we are down at 639,000 euros for a chateau. This one is situated in Saint-Astier, which is just outside Périgueux, and it offers 9 rooms, 4 of which are bedrooms, 530 metres square on 3 hectares of land. 3 hectares of land, 7.5 acres. So you can see the dominating situation here. This is like a little cliff going down to this road, and that slopes off down to the, it won't be the Dordogne River, that'll be the Isle River down there. Only 18 kilometres from Périgueux, 130 from Bordeaux International Airport. Limoges is probably about an hour and a half drive, international airport there as well. Admittedly, this property has been on the market for quite a while, and price-wise, it's okay price-wise, a bit expensive, but I'll tell you why later, because I've actually driven past and look at this one. That's another view. You can just make out the cliff down the bottom here, going down to the road. You do have some lawn space, so don't worry about falling out windows when you're cleaning them. That's the other side. Another view. Not quite sure where that is. This is inside, so a bit rustic, let's say. They started putting some piping in here, hot and cold, red and blue. That's the same room as well. That's another room. That's back to that kitchen, that one, not kitchen, that room we saw with the piping in. Is that the same room as we saw a minute ago? No, I don't think so. Floor's different. Some features left, but a lot of stuff has been stripped out. Decent stairwell there. The old original windows. Looks like a sound base to actually start renovating, but it's a full renovation job. And here you go, here's the view here. So there's a chateau, there's a cliff down to the road, which then slopes off down to the river, island down there. But one thing, notice this up here. I'll explain why in a minute. So this is France, red dot as always, showing where it is. Here's Périgueux and Saint-Astier, and Bordeaux is down over here. And there's the village of Saint-Astier, and that's the Isle River. And as you zoom in, up, let's go to satellite. There's the actual chateau there on the cliffside, looking down to the river. The reason I mentioned those buildings earlier, look at this. Boom, boom, boom. These buildings here, and a whole load of buildings here. Yeah, so what, I hear you say. But actually, one of my many routes heading south brings me along this road here. And if I just click onto Street View, about there, a bit further down, I come up here. If I get in front of that gate, come on, Google View. This says protected zone, no photographing, Ministry of Defence, blah 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 blah, which got my curiosity going before I even knew the chateau was there. And when you actually zoom out, onto Saint-Astier. Back to the bump. Just to remind you, that's where the chateau is. All this here, all that there, and I believe that as well, is the National Gendarmerie Training Centre. So if you're a police fanatic, then yes, it could be an interesting place. If you're not, if you like to have wild parties and don't want to disturb neighbours. But then again, what's that old expression? Well, it's a French expression which says, "Il faut mieux cacher sur le nez du loup," which is you best hiding under the nose of the wolf. So maybe having a few parties there with the gendarmes next door, you might not have any problems. They might even come and join you. Who knows? So, interesting property, bit expensive if you ask me. Unusual situation. Have to learn more about it. Once again, good reason to have someone check it out for you. This time we have a fourth chateau waiting for you, because Aquitaine being so big compared to normally do 3 on these videos. So on to the fourth. Here you go. This chateau is up towards Limoges. In the Nouvelle Aquitaine, basically the actual coast area is the most expensive. Biarritz and Bordeaux being the most expensive areas on the coast there. As you go inland, it gets cheaper, and as you go north, it gets cheaper. Limoges being pretty well the northern inland part of that area means that's a relatively cheap area for you to go looking. So here we actually have a 11-bedroom chateau at 550,000 euros. 400 metres square livable space, 15 rooms, and I'm not too sure how much land. Can I see what land is on here? Yeah, 1.3 hectares. 1.3 hectares with a private chapel on there as well. 1.3 hectares, that's 2.5, call it 3, a good 3 acres. So let's have a look at the photos. So here's the main photo. All looks good, reasonably good order to me. Okay, needs a bit of TLC, some paintwork there, but the roof looks good. Same again on that side. Okay, so they've got a drone, they've done some drone views. That's the other building which goes with it. This is inside. Okay, it's dated, but it's clean and tidy. The floors all look good, the ceilings all look good. The panelling looks good. Once again, the old 1950s, 1960s central heating pipe in here. Cast iron radiators. No doubt single glazed windows. Yeah, looking at the single glazed windows there. More panelling here with the fireplace. The floor looks very flat and in good order. Even more panelling. And an old timber. This actually looks, although it is for renovation, looks in pretty good order. Except for maybe the kitchen. Does a yucky green, is that the right colour to paint your kitchen? I don't think so. Especially when the kitchen looks like that. But anyhow, kitchen's always personal choice, isn't it? Anyhow. There's a bedroom for you. Big chunky cast iron radiator. There's a little cottage there, another building there. I like these tower features myself. Very elfic. But certainly, 550,000 euros looks like it's in reasonable condition. Let's have a look where it is. So here we go, this is like a general map of France. As we zoom in, you can see here, hopefully, I'm looking for Limoges at the moment. Come on Limoges, where are you gone? There you go, Limoges, just there. There's Brive-la-Gaillarde. Bordeaux's down here in the corner. Angoulême, Clermont-Ferrand, and Paris is up there somewhere. Right at the top. Bump. So not too far from Limoges. International airport there, always handy. And as we zoom in, I'm guessing the closest village would be or small town would be Saint Paul. Let's have a look on the actual satellite shot. Okay, very much countryside. Let's have a quick look at Saint Paul. Yeah, it looks like a typical French village. You've probably got a few basic shops, butcher, baker, candlestick maker. Well, actually, the French version is a butcher, baker, and a bar. Not quite as romantic, but a lot more practical. And here it is, the chateau itself. So there you go. So there's the chateau. There's the swimming pool. Got that building there and that building there. Need to know whether that's part of it or not, if it was me. But I imagine it like cuts off somewhere across there somewhere, because I don't think that's actually included with it. But €550,000. Nice countryside, close to Limoges. Yeah, good sound buy if you ask me. So there you have it. My roundup of the 4 cheapest chateau type properties available on the market in the Nouvelle Aquitaine in July 2024. If you found this video interesting, click the old like, subscribe and bell button, because I've got other videos along the same lines. I've been working around France doing the actual cheapest chateaus in each region, and I have a whole load of other videos coming out soon about other factors of real estate in France. Also, if you want to, you can buy me a coffee with the QR link or the link in the description. Makes me feel like I'm actually doing this for some sort of reason. Speak to you soon. Bye.